Tecmo Superbowl. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, good. One of my favorite games from my childhood. Played this for hundreds or thousands of hours, probably thousands. We are going to come in here, play with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set up the auto skip here to make the games simulate a little bit faster. Um, Playing the game with regular rules, not impossible to have a perfect season, perfectly acceptable, unless you have a little bit of bad luck, in which case maybe you lose a game or two once you get good at it. But so we're gonna do something weird to make the game way more challenging. And week one will be tricky because San Francisco is a insanely talented team here, and Jerry Rice has a chance to just go off and completely ruin our game. So on first down, on offense, we only have two choices. We can punt or we can kick a field goal. And that was terrible. You really need good kickoff returns. And I am just not having any luck with that lately. So bad kickoff return. You're looking for at least field goal range, if not touchdowns, out of your kickoffs. Problem with San Francisco, they've got a Hall of Fame quarterback, Steve Young, who can run and throw. Um, Hall of Fame receivers. I know Jerry Rice made the Hall of Fame easily. I'm not sure if Jonathan Taylor did or not. He's really good, but I'm not sure if he made the Hall of Fame. Either way, just talent all over the field here. Ricky Waters, their running back, very talented. So it's a lot of stuff to defend here. They're picked to play right. It's important to hit the quarterback as often as possible. I think it makes him more inaccurate and chance to get injured and fumble. All right, so safety, 2-0, and more importantly, we get another kickoff return. Man, my full energy bar is not what we're looking for. We're hoping for something a little shorter than that. So you want to run right behind that number 2 there, cut up behind him. And there we go. Now you just want to do a zigzag up and down, up and down. And that should get you into the end zone. There we go. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for, what is this going to be, 9-0 now? So safeties leading to kickoffs, good chance to score, and the kickoff returns stay manageable throughout the entire game. You have a reasonable chance of getting it all the way back, even all the way to the Super Bowl, as the game does get harder as you go from week to week to week, as you get later in the season. So you want to kick off so that it lands about halfway in the end zone. That one was too far, so that they run it out, so that you can tackle them maybe at the somewhere between the 10 and 15, makes the getting chance of getting a safety go up a little bit. So we'll talk about the play there. That looks like pass up, which is the bottom left corner here. So I'll tell you, the top plays are run, the bottom are passes. The top left is run up, and that's what I keep guessing. So you get to pick a play as defense. And pass up looks exactly the same. The running back's running the same way, except for the quarterback will keep the ball. So I'm guessing run up. If they call pass up, it's going to look the same. And I'm going to take my defender, Greg Lloyd, kind of up into that area where that top running back is, and just wait for the quarterback like this. And once he gets over here, I'll wrestle him to the ground and get a 9-yard sack there. So some of the plays that they run are really helpful, just kind of based on formation. So this is either the run to the top of the screen with Rathman or a pass. So you notice that the lineman didn't back up, so that told me it was a run play right away. And because of that formation, I didn't use Lloyd because they would have been running right at me, and it's very hard to defend a run right at you in this game. So we were hoping for a shorter punt to potentially get a field goal out of it, but that's not looking like it's going to happen. One guy after another wrestles me to the ground. But I do have about a perfect punt thing there. So I want to be tackled right about the 30-yard line so that when I kick it, shoot full power, the punt lands inside the 5 ideally. So I did not get a very good punt there. So landed right on the 5. And then you want a quick tackle. So now they're at the 12, 2 negative plays, and I can potentially get them with another kickoff return, which is what I'm really looking for to get. I'm looking for points. So there's guessing the play correctly. Looks like an all-out blitz. Later in the season, we'll play teams like Houston, which have a Warren Moon, and he will still get a throw off, even if you do pick the play correctly. So just because you pick the play correctly doesn't necessarily mean you're getting a sack. So we'll play our defense just a little bit differently. So there's that running back in motion. So it's either the run to the top or a pass play. You notice the offensive lineman came forward, so that told me it was the run. And we got another punt. So I will take Lloyd, and I will intentionally crash into others, trying to get a block. If they do block it, the little X will appear on the ground to let me know right away that I blocked it. Yeah, so now I'm going to have to do a precision kick, which is a little bit harder. Where back on the 30, you just hit it as hard as you can. And so I'm going to try and land it right about the 49-yard line. I went just a little bit farther than I wanted to, but I think I'm going to be okay. Nope, too strong. So I need to back up. Remember, you want it to land as close to the goal line as possible so that you can tackle them as close and try and get safeties that way. So the punting precision takes a lot. And there's our Lloyd coming around the edge. He's going to lead the league in sacks. It's not uncommon to have 4, 5, 6 in a game, depending on who you're playing against and what their plays look like. He just kind of flies around the edge there. And there's Jonathan Taylor for a big gain. So not much you can do about it. So you're gonna give up yards. There's that running back in formation. So either the run to the top or the pass. Notice the lineman backed up, so that told me pass right away. There's a lot of little keys you can look for as far as what they're doing, as far as what plays. Got to know their playbook first, what formations they line up in, what plays are possible. So I'm guessing. So I guessed run up. That was not good on my part. Remember, hit the quarterback as often as possible. So I'm going to sit there and just dive on him back there. So I was worried about the run right up the middle for a first down. So I didn't want that to happen. This play right there. So that's why that previous play I wasn't in the right position there. Ooh, a field goal, huh? All right. Hmm. 9-3. But when they score, it gives us our best chance to score. So let's see if we can get Woodson to have 2 kickoff returns in the same game. Remember, look for that. Oh, jeez, that was terrible. All those guys standing around doing nothing. But it measured me out almost perfectly for a punt. Punter went fine. Oh, yeah, that was a perfect punt. Right on the goal line. Nice quick tackle, so a chance for the safety. Okay, so I think run up, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, they're going to get him in the safety? Yes! 2 more points. All right. Oh, we got the ever popular score 11-3. We see that a lot. You notice there I straightened out just for a second before doing the zigzags. Ah! Ooh, that was close. There we go. making me feel a lot better about the game. What do we got here? About to be 18-3. I'm feeling pretty confident now that we will survive week 1. I'm not thinking too much about extra points. I'm just gonna mash the button and that'll get you almost all of them. I might miss a couple during the season, but pretty good kick. So this is the distance where sometimes they run it out, sometimes they don't. That was exactly what I was looking for. Got about 14-yard line, 15-yard line. That's exactly what you want, right there. Remember, I'm picking run up, so I'm not worried about the run to the bottom of the screen. The run to the middle like that, there's usually enough traffic there where he's not going anywhere, so I'm not worried about that. The play that gets you is run to the left. If you don't get the sack, or pass to the left, if you don't get the sack, you're in trouble. Because you got Rice and Taylor both going deep down there. You can give up 40, 50 yards pretty easy. The other play is not too bad to defend, so they better just run that ball right up the middle, aren't they? Short? Yeah, short. So, if they have a really bad punt, maybe field goal, but I'm just trying to block the kick. Nope, didn't get there. Look for that little X to pop up on the ground. You'd see it right away. So, again, kickoff returns, easy. Punt returns, you really don't have much of a chance. There's just too many guys down there with no blockers. So 18-3 halftime lead. All right. Skip all this stuff. There's our lovely statistics. It is San Francisco with a nice negative 14 yards rushing. Outstanding. So they really had that one pass to Taylor down there for 41 yards, and that's pretty much their entire offense. They had one entire first down. That was pretty dominating defense. Very pleased with that. Up to the bottom of the screen. So against most teams, there's one play that's harder to defend than the others. In this situation, it's either run up or pass left. One of those two plays is going to be what you're going to be choosing all day. Pause. Ooh, he cut in earlier there. So you have to pause there before you dive, otherwise he'll dive at a totally horrible angle. Notice the lineman backed up into pass protect. So now I've got my linebacker trying to run back here and guard Hall of Fame wide receivers. This is laughable. Basically, I'm just trying to get back there to make the tackle if they do complete the pass. I'm crashing in, trying to set guys free. Sometimes the defenders will get there and start wrestling with the punter, but he still gets the punt off. It's really quite strange. Early 90s programming, you know? A little gun shy. Should have waited just a little bit longer. 3 guys running down. That should be plenty to make the tackle. And if you get lucky, they'll fumble the ball. I'm not sure if I told you, but the worst thing that can happen if they punt it and you fumble it, you're giving up a touchdown. There's just nothing you can do. Rice running deep on me again. Remember I said jump on the quarterback? That might have been our incompletion because of hitting the quarterback so much this game. Right what we were talking about. Same play. Now he's got Taylor overthrown. So even behind the screen, I'm trying to dive on the quarterback. We see my arrow suddenly lurch to jump right at the guy. Ran that play 3 times in a row, huh? Oh well, that works for me. The time is ticking down. One more. Ooh, I think I saw an X right under the punter. Yeah, right under him. Now get him. So if they pick it up, it's an automatic safety. I don't think they can advance it. But if my guys pick it up, obviously we got the touchdown there. So Little ends up with quite a few touchdowns on blocked punts throughout the season. Ooh, did I miss? Nope. Hey, there's a score you see all the time. 25. 25 to 3. Wonder when the last time there was a 25 to 3 score in an NFL football game. I'm guessing it's been a few years. Guys, somebody throw him to the ground. Jeez. So later in the game, in the fourth quarter, they'll start going for it on fourth down regardless. Down and distance doesn't matter. They will just go for it. And sometimes that leads to just ridiculous fourth quarter scores. You can get 4, 5, 6 touchdowns sometimes. Just depending on the plays they're running and whatnot. If he's going to hold the ball forever, then Lloyd's going to lead the world in sacks. So 3rd and 17, and they will do goofy stuff, like they'll call draw plays on 3rd and 32, trailing in the fourth quarter. Ooh, fumble. Oh, who got the ball? I did. I think Lloyd, all right. So sack, fumble, touchdown for Greg Lloyd. It's very rare that the player you're controlling picks up the ball. A lot of times you'll just run back and forth over it, and it won't ever let you pick it up. There's really, like I say, the programming in the early 90s wasn't all that great, so a little bit leaves to be desired. Usually I just try and look for other guys on the other team that are running toward the ball, and I try and run into them to block them. Seems to be about the best thing I can do. So this is either the quarterback run to the top of the screen. Yep. Remember to pause that you dive straight. And if you don't dive at them, then the offensive lineman that's chasing after you will make the play on you, and you will get bumped off, and then he'll just run for 30 yards on you. So that's why it's important to get in the correct position and actually make that dive. Hang out over here waiting for him on the bootleg because I know it's not the run play because that's what I'm guessing. Lord, I think that's, what is that, 3 sacks, 4 sacks? Touchdown. I didn't see an X. No matter how close they get, they don't. So if I had a really good return, small chance to get in field goal range there, but I'm probably about 10 yards short. Yeah, that's kind of funny too. No matter where you're at on the field, the field goal miss for being short always looks the same. Oh, and then I'm not thinking I'd kick that right out the back of the end zone. Trying to talk and play sometimes doesn't work. All right. So we're in the fourth quarter. They're going to start going for it on fourth down. Even losing as badly as they are, we don't really care. They're going to act like it's a one-score game. Lloyd's just going to start racking up sacks every time they do that play. I think that's maybe 5, maybe? I don't know. At least 4. I'm going to go with, we'll go 4, and then we'll check it. Run in the middle of the field. I'm okay with that. I mean, gave them a few yards, which is not good. So is this the run play? I treat it as the pass and just rush. Rush the quarterback with Kevin Green there. So out of that formation, I'm worried about the run right at me as that top linebacker. So I don't want to do that. So there's that pass play again where they come right over here. You just wait for them. And there's at least 5 sacks. And a bonus 3 points if you can convert the field goal. And then the score will look normal, 35 to 3. Just a standard beat down of your opponent. Looks like 5 touchdowns, but it's really, 4 touchdowns, field goal, a couple of safeties. Other things you can do to try and make this game more interesting is try and tie every game. That's very hard to do, to go 0-0 and 16. You can't. You don't want to do that. You'd have to go 1-0 and 15. You got to have a win somewhere in there so that your record counts as above. So you make the playoffs. Essentially, is what you're trying to do. So you'd have to win at least one game. I think probably two to make the playoffs. So there's that formation with the running back. So I'm not caring about the pass or that run play, but I will rush the passer with Kevin Green there. I'm diving on the quarterback back there just because I'm mean and evil that way. Sack for Lloyd. Sack for Lloyd. So you notice I ran at him a little bit there, and it said 8-yard loss. If you watch the other ones, it's a 9-yard loss. So that's why I usually run to that spot, and then you'll see me wait for him. Get that extra negative yard. Running back formation. There's what I was talking about. Even on, what was that, 4th and 15, they decided to run the ball with their fullback. Which is all right. We'll take 3 more if that's what they want to give us. And once you get your timing down, you're not going to miss very many field goals, which shouldn't be a problem. And you can kick it from about the 43-yard line, so you're kicking right at midfield, and you'll have enough distance there. Usually runs it out at that distance, which is what you're hoping for. That was exactly what you want as a kick. Just barely into the end zone. Usually they run it out. Again, I'll wait for him this time. Oh, 8-yard loss. So maybe it's always 8. I'm just in a habit of waiting for him. So is this the pass play or the quarterback run? The pass play based on that very easily could have been completed. Wouldn't have been a first down, but this looks like that's pass to the right. Ooh, who gets it? Lloyd or Little? Lloyd with, I want to say 6 sack of the game. I'm going to say 6. That might not be exactly right. So 4th and 26th. Lining up. So I'm hoping they do not run straight ahead, because that would not give me points. 40-3. 7th sack, 3rd or 4th safety. They go onside kick, which is no fun. If you run kind of backwards, sometimes you can get enough clearance to still get a good kickoff return there. That situation didn't work. Just missed. Dang it. That was close. Up, but a split second sooner. That pretty much ruins my chances to score for the rest of the game unless they do dumb stuff. Get him. No. First. Dang it. I'm not sure if that's their 2nd or 3rd first down. A really good game. The exact same play to the fullback. Rathman's killing me out of the back. That's right. Game's easily won. We're just putting in time now. Push down. It's kind of funny. They'll start calling timeouts, but the programming is such. As soon as you call a play, so you can just sit here and call your play, and the clock will stop. Just keep diving on the quarterback because I'm gonna say 8. 8 quarterback sack. Lloyd's going to ask for a contract renegotiation after this year. Von Miller can make almost $20 million a year. I don't know what for getting 15, 16 sacks. Lloyd with his 40, 50, 60, whatever he's going to end up with. What does he make a year? Like quarterback money. Rathman again. Oh, stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. No. Is that gonna cost me 3 points? Nope. There, go for it. 4th and 8. Oh, if it's pass left, I might give up a touchdown, and it is. And I'm going to give up a touchdown on the last play to Jerry Rice. Get him, get him. Oh, just short. Oh, just barely missed him. You guys celebrate like complete idiots because you're getting absolutely destroyed. But that's okay. You can look ridiculous. 40-10, yes. It's kind of like the college football players that are getting absolutely destroyed and get a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty thrown on them. Well, that ends the game. 3 first downs. You know, Rice got us for 30 or 40 there at the end. Rathman got us that last drive. But all in all, a super productive game of Tecmo Bowl. We will let it auto skip the rest of the week here, and then we'll go check out the standings real quick. So Steelers go to 1-0 with a dominating victory. Lloyd leading the world in sacks. The game keeps all sorts of statistics on you. Your defense will probably be best defense in the league. Here's our offense. And I think we can sort it. I thought there was a way to sort it backwards. If there is, I don't remember. So there we are, 0-0-0. And the next worst offense is who we played, 49ers, at negative 13 yards rush. Hey, we have a better rushing attack than San Francisco at the moment. That is awesome. Obviously, the defense would be just the same. Kickoff leaders is always fun. A 48.5-yard return average. So there's 2 touchdowns with 4 attempts. So there's our 50%. That's really good. And usually you're the only one with them. Let's go check out sacks. Somebody to get 12. Wow, that was way low. So 12 sacks in one game. That's a great season for a lot of players, but Lloyd gets it in week 1. So that'll be the end of Tecmo Bowl week 1. It's a pleasure having you around. We will see you next time.